In a first for the United Nations, a resolution is passed to bypass a United States veto. My name is Samuel Ronan, and I hope to be your president one day. Why should that concern us, that the United Nations has bypassed a United States veto? Well, for one, it has never happened. For two, the United States has, how to explain this? There are several countries that when they say no, things don't happen. The United States, Russia, and China are the big three. And the United States has vetoed several times to grant Palestine equal rights as a sovereign state. And they have obviously denied that genocide is being committed by Israel, or that, the United States is actually aiding and abetting it. So the fact that the United Nations has overwhelmingly voted to give Palestinian recognized support as a state, as a population, and to condemn the actions of Israel and, of course, the United States, is profound. This is a significant change in foreign policy and foreign relations, right? For one, the United States foreign policy is genocide is okay if we're committing it, or our allies, as long as it's against brown people, so that we can then take over the Holy Land or whatever. I don't know. Also, Russia is bad and China is bad because reasons. That's our current foreign policy. And that's not necessarily new, right? China and Russia being the boogeyman, and Israel committing war crimes against Palestine. That's been going on for 70 years. So that's technically been the same. But being so forward about it, being so upfront, being so callous about the atrocities that the United States is aiding and abetting, and the controversy that we are stirring. It wasn't during the Obama administration. Bush definitely riled up the Middle East, but beyond that, did not give a damn about Russia or China. And Israel's war crimes were kept getting swept under the rug. And Clinton, and I wasn't really old enough to know before, Bush Sr. and of course Reagan and all them. However, the foreign policy remains the same. Russia, China, boogeyman. Iran, boogeyman. Israel does whatever it wants, we support them. The difference is, since the Trump administration, as much as that disgusts me to say out loud, the Biden administration has taken that breach of international, shall we say, relations, support, relevance, and taken it a step further by absolutely setting it on fire. We have no relevancy or credibility in the international stage, and that's a big deal because we still have the largest military and the largest economy in the world. We are still quite influential, but our support, our credibility, our ethics has been tarnished, some would argue irreparably. And that's because the way things are and the way things are continuing shows that we are not remorseful and that we have no intention of changing. Now, granted, that is not to disregard the student protests or the popular disgust with the administration's current activities. The population of America is on the right side of history for the most part. The nation's leadership, however, whether you want to consider that political, whether you want to consider that the private sector, they're in lockstep and they're on the wrong side. And because of that, we are being seen by many nations across the world as the enemy, as villains. And if we, and I do mean we the people, want that to change, we must hold our elected leaders accountable. And to that end, stay tuned for civic engagement videos that'll help you do just that.